want to get hot, you know,
Yeah.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, again, this is Yahweh LTFM on Disability No Boundaries. And guess what? Boy, there's a room full, all full.
Yeah, get us full.
Remember me tell you, the team that's full, no left.
Steam.
Yeah.
That's right.
Alright.
Steaming boy from mine, and as I getting down, so I have a steam in the room, keep it above 100 degrees.
Alright, no.
Alright,
I said that means your condition can't cool enough with you.
The air conditioner already yet, man.
Let me tell you. I remember a good friend of mine who, when I was watching him on TV, if we got that he should have said his part. He said the roof is on fire! And we now have party, you know what start to happen though, right?
Yeah.
Everybody start running out of the party because the place is on fire.
Yeah.
And it's just because the selector was saying it's hot, you know. So he just put finger, not to put finger that part. Everybody stays so I start run out. And I still don't know where they put up when they get that hot. Exactly. Anyways, let me welcome my former president and now PRO for the Cornwall Combined Disability. But last but not least, there's a pretty niece with him. And you know what she look? I'll blush here, blush her now. My God! And if I try calling her name but I don't get it right, it's because we got Lily Storm. Her name is DNA. My God! So that's how we get trouble there. We part of the day the man pissing on that, so it's upside down and everywhere. But welcome though. Welcome. How are you, DNA?
I'm good.
Good. It's your first time?
Yes, my first time.
Good. But just for the fun of it, though, could you tell us, I mean, when you get a little bit bigger, you know, what's the career path that you want to take? What is it that you want to become?
Well, I wanted to become a singer all the time, but I think that's my life. I want to change into an athlete.
All right, so you just said something that caught my attention, you know. So you have to put you up on the spot. Like you have to do something right now.
Right now. We're all voting.
So guess what? Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, help me make welcome.
Oh, this
She's gonna take the floor. It's all yours.
Well, I don't love singing in front of people that I
So
don't.
how we wanted to be a singer?
Close your eyes. Make a wish. For your wish is mine.
So
Might disappear.
Alright, just give him peace, you know. Just give him peace, you know. I say I want to be a singer, you know. Just give him peace. Let's hear your piece.
Don't worry, just close your eyes and when that was there.
I'll turn your back.
And it will just flow.
Take it down, DJ Neighbor.
There will be mountains
Ouch!
I would have to climb, and there will be battles that I would have to fight, but victory is on my feet. It's up to me to decide. But how could I expect to win if I never try? I just can't give up now. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that this road will be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me.
Ouch! My God!
Never said there will be trials. Never said I wouldn't fall. Never said that everything would go the way I want it to go. But when my back is against the wall and I feel like hope is gone,
what do we do?
I just lift my head up to the sky and said, help me through this road. I just can't give up now. I come too far from where I started from. this road will be easy, and I don't believe He brought me this far to leave me.
Alright.
And I don't believe He brought me this far to leave me.
Hey.
Yes, man. Hot.
I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here.
My God.
Boy, I can see the career part in it.
I
can see
We're
it.
not sure about the running, we're sure about the
Yes,
singing.
man. You see, boy, you have it there, man. You have a talent, man. It sounds really, really, really good.
Yeah.
It sounds really good. I tell you, I want to do a song. Remember, we have a studio here, can always
Exactly.
come and
Vice out.
yes, man.
Well, I'm matter of fact,
Alright,
I listened to you yesterday. You know what you don't know? You just went over Facebook Live, so everybody they hear you.
Yes, man. Can't give up now.
Exactly. I love that song. There's a message in it. And
Yes,
it's
it
true.
is.
It's the right song for your
Shall
day,
not
man.
give
It's
up.
the right song.
Exactly. Very fitting. And this is where we bring on Uncle
Yes, man.
Garcia.
Oh, I'm going to sing to.
Yeah.
Go sing to. Ready was a song.
Leave up
Right up in
now.
here.
I'm too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the world would be easy, and I believe
You brought me this far to leave me.
Yes, man.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Glory! Woo!
Yes, man.
Some church up here. Let me hear everybody to praise the Lord now.
Praise the man.
Oh, come on now, make some noise up in here.
Yes, man.
Oh, glory
It's
to
hot.
God. I feel it. It's
Yes,
coming.
man. It's hot.
There is disability, no boundaries.
No boundaries, man.
And I'll be honest with you, we're not making fun of the Lord. We believe
No,
that
no,
there
man,
has to be
seriously.
times that we have to praise Him. And whichever way you choose to praise Him, that is up to you. But I can tell you one thing. Hallelujah is the highest praise. And as she sang a while ago, it's a very true song. My God that we serve will not bring you this far and turn around and leave you. He is not going to leave you. I can tell you one thing. My God will never leave you nor forsake you.
True, man.
He's always there to carry you. I mean, our back may be against the wall and it may seem like there's no hope. But once we look up, woo, my God, as we said in the good book, I will look to the hills from whence cometh my help.
Yes,
My
man.
help coming from Almighty.
Okay, Pastor.
Oh my Lord. No, this is Pastor Bertrand over here. You know.
No, it's Pastor Blake.
Yes, man. This is
Yes,
people
Pastor
talking.
Blake.
It's the life truth, man. It's the life truth. It's the life truth, man.
But we're having fun, and again, we're doing this because we don't want you to think so, because we have a disability, that we have the right to walk on with sour face like them baptized with a lime juice and all that. Remember what I do it, no, sir. I'll be honest with you. I believe, personally, that the Lord may have having not to be able to see what's happening in these days. Because me all these young ladies that walk up on the house and those clothes, me go when I get in that trouble. Oh, Jesus. I'll have to say, the Lord is my shepherd. I see what you know what? I leave it right there.
Yes, man.
But anyway, as we say, we have to have fun. We have to have fun. And that's what it's about. The Bible tells me, make a joyful noise unto the Lord.
Yeah. So another disability day, and so
Absolutely.
we have Mr. Blake in studio, and we're joined by Mr. Bertrand.
Yeah, man, our former president, our acting, and our now PRO, who has been doing a good job. And as I told you before, he's one of the persons why many of you here today who has any type of disability and you are able to drive in the beautiful land of Jamaica in the Caribbean. This gentleman beside me is one of the reasons why you are legally, not illegally now, legally driving in this country and is able to get what you call a legitimate license that our government has to honor. And I love the chance to share that with you again. And then he will went into our discussion yesterday when we met with his worship, the mayor, Mr. Omar Davis. To you, Mr. Bertrand, over to you, sir.
thank you again, Mr. Blake, for this awesome introduction that you never fail to give to me. I am truly honored all the time to rub shoulder with you, and I'm very blessed today to find myself in this awesome studio of Miss Minto.
Yes,
I'm
Doctor.
feeling privileged to be able to walk through this door today and to share the studio with her son and the rest of our companions.
Tea
that are
family.
here.
Yeah.
And, of course, we do
Yes,
have
man.
I do have a special guest here today, which is my little niece.
Yes, yes, yes.
Somewhere outside the blues, she just dropped into her to say she want to see what a studio looks
Yes,
like.
man.
And
Right.
I just remember Miss Minto has always opened the door for me to come, and I said, oh, let me take you into the studio one of these days. And I, by Miss Minto's permission, that we have taken up the opportunity today, a little bit unannounced today.
You know, it's always a definitely now. We always open, you know.
Right.
Always.
And we are family.
One big family.
We are family. So definitely.
Yes, but to get into the meat of what I'm here about this evening, Mr. Blake had given me, I thank him for being on this show, this program, and he had given me always the privilege of really opening up to my position in not just our organization, but in the community of persons with disabilities.
Yes.
And it's not just here, but I'm coming from way back in the States with my situation, because I've been on the University College campuses where I was the president for persons with disabilities, and that's where I started the movement. And I've been able to help an archaic college turn around, in the sense, archaic in the sense of accessibility, physically and otherwise, to persons with disabilities. I'm talking specifically to the Browns Community College campus. When I went there in the 2003,
So this is in New York.
Yes,
Come on,
New
give it
York
up
City.
over there in New York. So give it up,
It
New
was
York.
terrible accessibility problem for students with disabilities, which of course I was awestruck. I was very dumbfounded to find this situation in the 21st century.
Yeah, in our state. That's true, in America.
You know, so really and truly looking at it, looking back, I can realize that really and truly, we in Jamaica is not too far-fetched. As bad as things may seem, but guess what? We're not going to be complacent. We're not going to be satisfied when persons are somehow being left behind because of whatever unfortunate situation may reach them and leave us a little bit more challenged than their other regular persons in our community. So takes me far forward to Jamaica, where I came here and wanted to get my driver's license. I was given all the necessary opportunities to go as far as sitting the written test. I did a written test. They accommodated me gracefully, and after that, I was able to go to the driving test.
Yeah.
And when I stepped up to do it, I was told, "Oh no, Mr. Burchell, you cannot allow to go and do the driving test." Why, sir? Well, you have a disability.
Exactly. What?
Appalled. I was appalled by that statement, and it recognized that no, something needs to be done. We are human beings like everyone else, and we are at a disadvantage already. So why is there going to be a brick wall?
A barrier.
Again. So somehow the Lord had imputed into me to say move forward at this, and I stepped up and I made complaints to the necessary authorities, and I challenged, let me see what the book says, because I need to see this for myself. I could not accept, I could not believe it. Well, lo and behold, right there and then it was in the book there.
Black and white.
Regulation.
Before we born.
Since 1938.
But they born, they do so.
Person with disabilities should not have such a right to drive.
1938.
Yeah, they don't mean they never born. That's true.
So I'm saying that is archaic. Right in front of the chief, I said this is archaic, and this should not stand. And then I challenge the system all the way to the United Nations.
Yeah.
I challenge it all the way to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
All the way up to the Public Prosecutor's Office. And that is where the breakthrough finally came. It was all over, because writing to the Prime Minister, then Portia Simpson, writing letters to our senators, and getting involved in our, of course, Floyd Morris, who is well recognized within our community as one of the persons taking disabilities
Next level.
benefits to another level.
Yes.
So he, on the radio, his radio program was very, very instrumental in getting this through, along with many other organizations, CDA, and to some extent Jamaica Council of Persons with Disabilities. So the fight went on to the point where I was told this would never happen in your lifetime. You would never get the change.
I will prove them wrong.
And it was proven
Let
wrong.
me tell you.
And I would not forget that, of course, I did see the partner of our own Andrew East.
Yes.
The
President,
right?
the old
So
president.
he did have a slot in it, and we worked along and let it happen. And I want to give God all the glory and the honor for
Yes.
letting this happen, not just for me.
Sure.
But I also want to commend even the person that was sitting in as the chief at the time at the motor vehicle department. He may not recognize it, but I commend him because he stood up for what the law said then.
Right.
You understand? And had he not stood up for the law and had bent the law one way or the other, things would not have happened for the community in general. The disabled community.
Right.
So that is what it has been. And thank God today, a lot of us are now driving. We don't have to be looking over our shoulders. And
West Side of squeeze off, I think part of them. No, every time they see it. Flag with them.
So we look forward to today's coming when persons like Mr. Herbert Blake can also be driving a vehicle.
Exactly.
You know, we're not limiting persons with disabilities
Not at
to
all.
anything because I believe the sky is the limit for us.
Oh my
True,
goodness.
true. And I see it's persons like these, you know, that have gone through and paved the way for generations to come.
Yeah, man.
Because persons out there are not really understanding the thing that because they're disabled, they should be put aside. You know?
Oh yeah, lock me up in our house. I was
Yeah,
staying aside
finish
with
it
some food.
Yeah.
I became a sitting nice pretty girl in my party, but I lose some here. Psst. Put over there, Jesus! You're making it look so beautiful. My
You know,
God!
and of course, I just said, so we have to recognize that people need to start recognizing that we all have disabilities to some extent.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a saying, there's an old saying that necessity is the mother of invention.
Oh yes.
And
Oh,
when you
yes.
look at it, it is necessary that many of us are challenged
Yeah.
such that technology could raise to another level
Yes.
in every area of our life.
Yes.
True.
We are challenged, we can walk up 10 stories flight. So what technology has taken
The elevator.
coming and
Yeah,
the
man.
elevator takes?
Or the
That-
stairs. They
or the
do
stairs.
what they call that stairs again?
Escalator, the escalator.
Yes, the escalator and the elevator.
And so we need to recognize that it is all because of challenges.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Why
That's it.
necessity becomes
Becomes
the
a
mother of
mother.
invention in cases like that.
Exactly.
And it's also about all the other technologies, the visual impaired technologies and everything. And they are
Even the
used
cell
adapting
phones,
into
even the
other
cell
areas.
phones. Even the cell
No,
phone.
man. That's not here.
Right.
Yesterday when I read one article, can you imagine the blind man I read? I see on the big old page, blind robot. I said, what are them? Blind what? I don't know if you make something out for me. I want up to them. You know, I see the blind robot, and I climb all the wall, and I go like my kung fu job. What are the blind robot? I said, give me a key there, all nice Jamaican machine. Let me get a slap.
So taking all of this into Cornwall Combined Disability Association, as Mr. Blake had mentioned, that I was the interim president, the first one, and we joined forces together and recognized that Cornwall needs to have a force recognizing the rights and all of that of persons with disabilities. So we have Cornwall Combined Disability now since 2014, 2015, and it's a vibrant organization. Take us up to yesterday when we met the mayor of Montego Bay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So the mayor of Montego Bay, we've been trying to get an appointment with him to let us be known to them.
Yes,
And
yes,
they
yes.
know us.
Yes.
And we, along with the very often pouring of Mr. Blake, man, I don't know how we'd make this thing without this man. This man's tirelessly working.
He has a magical hat, you know. And he just keeps pulling people and things and links and everything out of that hat. Mr.
Yeah.
Blake, that magic hat boy is working.
Yeah, I have a lot to commend Mr. Blake for, because Mr. Blake is really the driving force behind and the motivating force to get many of us in our organization move to the next level,
Yes.
even in our own offices. So I must commend him. And of course we work on getting the mayors up for about nearly a year now. We got an appointment, but after the flood came the day when
Oh, yeah.
the thing was supposed to happen, or the day after.
Everything shipped back.
When you remember the last flood in Montego Bay?
Yes,
And
yes.
it was pushed back, and yesterday was the time we finally got the slot day before yesterday, and we made it yesterday. We presented to him a few requests and a few concerns and a few issues for our community, in the disabled community, that we've been encountering in Montego Bay. And some of them we do believe we should not have been encountering in this time, especially after the law has been enacted.
Yes.
Understand? So we don't understand why we are encountering some challenges, and we feel like we're being overlooked, and therefore we have to start getting loud.
Yes, man.
So this is where we
Make your
start
voice
trumpeting
be
it.
heard.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
man.
So
Yes,
we started trumpeting it in his office, and we thank him for that. Yes, we did have a cordial relationship with the former mayor,
Right.
but so many things that we never got implemented,
Yes, yes.
even through him. So this mayor, he accommodated us well yesterday, and he made us some I wouldn't say fully offer, but there are some things that he decided that he definitely would have looked into and accommodate us on many of the requests. So we requested some kind of stipend to assist us pushing our office and everything further,
Yeah.
or supporting whoever may be working around our offices,
Yeah.
and equipment to use in our office, which is very much lacking a lot of stuff right now, because we just started up. Mr. Blake has helped us out as a crew with a space at his place.
Yes.
And very much so, we really appreciate it. And so we need a lot of assistance. We talk about the infrastructure in the community of Montego Bay, and when I say infrastructure, I'm talking in terms of access into buildings, sidewalks, able to get park where persons like us have need to park, especially when we don't have anyone to assist us. And we talk about the wheelchair accessibilities, and all of that, sidewalks where crutches and even the blind persons walking along them, they're challenged. Times we fall in the hole and all of that.
But push them kid in the one to line them, I wonder how far they go.
Yeah,
The
try.
wheelchairs cannot get up the curb because the cuts are not cut properly, or they're not cut at all. You understand? Some of them are extremely steep. It's like they don't get our input. They don't seek our input in making things for us and doing things for us. I know
They're just looking at the fully able persons.
Exactly.
And nobody is fully able all the time.
Yes.
Some of the time you might fall, anything might happen to you.
Well,
And you become disabled maybe temporarily, but you're still disabled.
but
Indeed.
funny enough, so almost everybody in Jamaica has a disability. Unfortunately, it sounds that way. He even him said it yesterday that he now observed that this whole step I have to go up in a FEMA apartment. He may have to build somewhere down about that if he retired shortly, because then he begins to talk about arthritis. And we know for a fact that that's one thing that affects most of us over here in Jamaica.
Yes,
Almost every other person you talk to, whatever young or old, all the way back in the bed like a female,
Yes,
we talk about arthritis.
A young person's coming up with that joint problems now, and pains
Right.
in the legs and all that now, because the foods that we're eating as well.
Yes.
It's another issue that's affecting us widely. So that seemed like it was a very fruitful meeting yesterday.
It was,
And
it was, because we have never gone so far as being able to get anyone promised to take on some of the issues for us. And of course, his description of those things were that they are low-hanging fruits.
Yes.
So therefore, those are the fruits that he could reachable. They're reachable goals
Yes, man.
to work.
But we have to
out.
keep pressing on. We can never stop. As I said, you never settled, even though you got through with getting disabled persons able to drive.
Yes.
We still have a whole lot of work that needs to be done.
Lots of
So we
work.
can't stop. We have to keep pressing on and keep checking up with them and make sure that, yes, even though you promised us, you're following through on the promise,
Yes.
and everything is going as according.
Yeah.
Let me share a typical example so persons can get a vivid picture.
Yes.
Right here at number 2 post office, those of you who knows number 2 post office, right?
Yes.
There is actually right in the center of it a little island. But what is
Yeah.
interesting, I am about, no, me's not this short, but I'm going to give you an estimate. I'm about 4 feet short, tall. So that's about me being 4 feet. And the sidewalk now is 2 feet high. Tell me what going to happen.
Let me jump.
And I use a
Jump.
exactly, and I have to use a crutch, right?
Right.
And again, let's say I'm in a wheelchair, God forbid. But then what is happening now? There's still nothing for me to go onto the island to go across the other side. Or better yet, my foot not so tall because the upper part is more taller than my foot. So now I'm a female, I'm going to pull up the skirt, we go step up, you know what will happen, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so what we're trying to do is just give you a vivid picture so you understand when we say that these persons just go ahead. And this island was recently done, if it's not last, it's the year before, you know. That they actually done some work out by Clark or Westgate area where we have the island that we're actually talking about. And again, what we're saying to them, we want to involve in what you're doing so we can give you the right thing and we can direct you the right way. Not because you see we don't just take it for granted and say, okay, build this and it will work. Because the truth is, no one size fits all. Because we're all at different level, different height. And we have to bear in mind that we have to put something that can adjust both for a child or for an adult. Because if I have my son and me I use two cut, we can't lift up my son to put him on the sidewalk. Let's just do that forcefully. What do I do with my child? If my child is holding on to me and I'm walking. So these are some of the things that we have to bear in mind, not only for ourselves, but even if you are sighted and you're able-bodied and you're short just the same way, you're not going to be able to lift up that child quick enough for when a vehicle is coming down on you. But continue, sir.
Okay, and yes, Mr. Blake, few good points to make, of course. And I could speak from first-hand experience again. That I remember when I was on college campus and the revolution started. In other words, the changes started in modifying the whole campus for persons with disabilities. You would hear a lot of able-bodied students come around and say, "Oh my God, what a relief! We used to have problem even pulling those heavy doors, so now they have automatic." So a lot of things that person with disability is used to accommodate us, persons who are not, are so-called not disabled.
Everybody get the benefit.
It works very well for their benefit. Yes. And I want to go back a little on the mayor, with us and the mayor. And one of the biggest things, victory, I think we get out of that discussion so far, is our community is one of the least able able people.
Right.
We are challenged economically, seriously.
And financially and otherwise.
And especially in terms of financing and job and all of that.
Everything.
And we made a proposal that they could give us a certain project to do on an annual basis. And of course he looked into it and he looked at it and he said, well, that is kind of out of his purview. But he made mention of some other things that he is willing to and will be looking into to facilitate us even on a 2-month basis in order to have our organization able to have some kind of revenue and to build not just individually but the organization as a whole. So those are some of the things. We persons with disability are not really looking for handouts. Those are the days that we are fighting, we have fought to put behind us. And we're not looking to have to go that way again.
Yeah, don't have no Albrook, please.
Right. So these are things that we would appeal into the wider community also. Whichever way you think you can accommodate us so that we can earn from the sweat of our brow also, we are willing and would love to receive those, whichever way you can help us. And our next thing is we see CCDA has been doing some work that many people may not know, but we have been doing quite a few work since we've come in. And Mr. Blake extremely instrumental in getting a lot of these things started. For example, I don't know if Mr. Blake had ever discussed these before in the studio.
No.
Come on, Mr. Blake. Why are you hiding your talent? we have a lot of persons.
No recommendation.
A lot of persons with disabilities. Well, I guess because I'm the PRO, it should be my place to do that then.
Exactly.
Yeah, so Mr. Blake, instrumental in getting a lot of us certified in many areas. We have training in computer, event planning, and quite a few other things. Housekeeping, beautician, barber. With partnership. We partner with many different organizations, including Hartridge currently.
And the library.
The library, the public library, St. James, and the SDC. We are very much in partnership with them to get a lot of things happen. We do a lot of sensitizing of students and many other departments as to how to deal with persons with disability and to integrate the disabled community into the regular school system. So we have been doing some work. Also, we does a lot of parking spots, quite a few parking spaces.
Well, almost
in
all of
Montego
them,
Bay,
the truth be
with
told, almost
wheelchair
all the parking
space.
spots that you can see
Yes.
are the disability parking side that are at KFC, the tax office,
So when I
most of the big Mega Mart. Yeah, we're the one who paint up those. Yeah, we paint them.
Right.
But I'll be honest with you, the
Consumer.
last set that we did, we couldn't get what we call the stencil.
Yeah.
What we did,
We made a stencil.
we one thing we sell.
Yes.
We went to courts and we get the big box that the fridge came out of,
Yeah.
and we use that box to create with stencil. Because the truth is, our design is like a bowl, and you put it down and you stamp it on the ground, and it makes the impression, and then you paint it according to how it's set up. But somebody can better explain that to you, since he's the one with the site.
Well, you have done extremely well, Mr. Blake. You don't need my side now. Yes, so I'm saying that.
outside today. Yes,
I'm saying economy than before and our society than before. We want to recognize the person at the time.
Oh Lord.
We'll have
Yeah,
more
that is true.
frequent gunfire and person getting shot, whether be it by the vision impaired after that, like we have a real example, Mr. Blake here, and even our organization, we have Mr. Andrew East. So we have classical example of anything that we say. You understand? So a number of persons, nowadays, more gunshot wounds, more all kind of things is happening. High blood pressure going to organization that persons get one of the main things, every little thing. Things is changing so much nowadays. I just want to, no one knows when you will be able to win this. So, as much as possible, do the same on the other hand. So, look out for person with disability. You never know when you're there with you. God bless you.
Right.
Well, go nowhere. I tell you that was a mouthful. But the truth to be told, as you know, PRO really said, we have been contributing a lot. I'm very patriotic. And for those who attend the Montego Bay Secondary School, which is the now St. James High School, it was my privilege and it was my honor to share with you on your graduation day. And I count it a privilege, and I said, kudos to the principal who believe in that. We who have gone through the system and have made our mark on life, we can also come back and share with our upcoming students, and we're telling them no to gun, no to drugs, no to all of those stuff, because guess what? The best is yet to come. And that's the honest truth. Today for me, tomorrow for you. None of us know when that disability will come. As I've always said to people, we don't just walk into Mr. Chin and say, yo, Mr. Chin, what? Give me some blind sitting over this there, boss. And it just pass that. No, I don't like that. No?
No, still.
I would have said, yo, Mr. Chin, give me that wheelchair, look nice, so we go sit on the line. It's nothing like that. We make fun of ourselves like this. And again, we're simply saying to you, regardless of the challenge and the differences that you may face, honestly speaking, with Christ in the vessel, you and I can smile at the start. The reason why I have this peace, and I'm very happy, and I'm very glad, and I'm very joyful, because the God that I know is the one that keeps every single one of us here, regardless of who we are. And I lift my eyes to Him all the time. I give Him thanks anyway. I'm not afraid to big up my God. I can tell anybody, if you want to kill me for anything, kill me if you say Jesus or hallelujah, God. Because every second you go and hear that out of me. Because He has given me a chance of what I call a second life, and a chance to become a voice in the disabled community. And I can personally testify of so many different experiences. I saw one young lady, never knew what it's like to go to school and read and write. Though that young lady is one of the top customer service rep. You understand me? She don't go to school, she don't know nothing like that. But when I went to art, we had to challenge the system to take her. And they did took her, and guess what? Nothing like her. They can't believe, oh, she don't go to school, but yet she's that influential, and she's that. You understand?
Right.
So I've seen many testimonies.
Yeah, so we see
And this we right here is a testimony.
Yeah.
She don't know what it's like to walk up and down the Montego Bay herself up to age 22. Just this year for the first time, we take her away from our mother and our father and our sister and brother. We carry her dingle, and that was the first time this young lady knew what it's like to go without having her own parents or family being bodyguard or carry her around.
Okay, and not to lose the thought, I want to also recognize that the entrepreneurial spirit is live in the person with disability community. And I was very, very much taken aback in awe when I recognized that even Miss Minto, who is a real challenge person, she's an awesome entrepreneur. And she's doing an awesome job, and we are here reaping some of the fruits of her spirit of entrepreneurial. You understand? And I'm saying to us that I myself do also things to
Please tell me all the way you do. For those of you who don't know, anytime, any school that you govern, whether you're a principal, teacher, or whoever, and you need a playpen, that's what I call it. Like look about carton, the something when they blow up in the ear and them go up and jump up and that it. He has all of those that he rent at a very, very reduced cost. So the honest truth is each one of us. I run an internet cafe, I do a lot of things with technology from phone to tablet to any latest thing with anything at all you can think of. As a matter of fact, for the fun of it, for those of you who don't know, if you go to the NCB bank and some other banks, anytime you hear any audio coming, whether it's from the machine or from the inside where it said next, number 32 or anything like that, it is because myself and other persons in the disabled community I sit on different committees in regarding government and ask of them to implement some of these stuff. That when you go into the bathroom, you can't see if it's a male or female. Once you have the visual, or if not, and you go in, it will say female, and you know, whoops, it's the wrong one, even though I'm in the mind. But the truth to be told, what we're saying is that through technology, again, we're able to do a lot of things. And the truth to be told, I want to hear Dr. Senator Floyd Morris. He's someone, again, who has championed the cause for persons with disability in the highest level, that as blind as he is like me. He's in the Senate, and he has also not only been the Senate, but that is also the author of a book, which is, you can get it right here. See, whoops, that's not, by faith, not by sight, right? That's the name of the book, and what the cost of the book is for $3,500. And we're encouraging everyone, purchase the book. You will be motivated by this book. Trust me on that one. I remember one of his testimony, the first time the man go to downtown parade, he go meet one girl, and the girl right side me, say, what are you blind? He just step off, left him same place. You understand me?
Probably should have loved to see Senator Floyd today, don't you?
No, nobody don't want to do that.
Yes,
no.
yes,
Come on, no, this is
Senator
doctor. Exactly.
Has been very much behind person with disability in Jamaica, and I can speak for in the academic area also.
Right.
I have benefited truly.
Yes.
Through a thing that he has initiated on the university campus, where myself and two other members of our organization were given scholarships, so to speak, to be there for 3 months.
Yes.
We spend on the campus.
Again, something like that should be coming up for this year. I will have dialogue with him in very short order to confirm that, and how many persons again will be able to give it this opportunity. But again, what we're saying to our disabled communities and other persons who are listening, if you have a person or know anyone with a disability, make contact to us. We're willing to get that person motivated, get them back to be able to understand what their skill set is, what is it that they can do. Truth to be told, most of what I am able to do now is, since I have lost my sight, I have to now develop or do what we call adapt methods that is able to work for me. For the fun of it, I am also a jobber. For the fun of it, as you hear, you know, some I joke about nature. These bastards, somebody, hell, conqueror, big no business, big in trouble. I remember one day when I was at a wedding, and they said, but you're blind, sir. How you go sit and do whatever? I said, miss, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to do a chat. We say, but in fact, for the fun of this, hold this miss, and we give her one pin. So I said, then, when you giving me this, I said, aren't you the one who's going to get a lovely husband? She said, yes. So yeah, and then, oh, you know. I said, we don't know. So just tell me, so maybe it's a big deal. So we later on in the whole program, the lady have the pill. We said, some of you ladies like to say from the day we married you, never give me a pill. We said, oh, see, I gave her a pill already. So you reiterate it and take the pill from her and give it back to her and tell me what just happened. The woman said, Jesus. We said, no, it's been the name Jesus at all. What am I saying? I'm simply saying we can have fun, we can be motivated, and the sky is the limit. We don't need to limit ourselves. Hear me out, everybody. The limit that we have is the one that we place on ourselves. That's the only limit you have. Let nobody at all, no matter who, tell you you cannot do, you can't drive. The first time me carry blind people, cannot go a country and make them drive. Can the people up the boat say, Jesus Christ, they're going to kill them off? We said, no. You hear what I said? Blind person ride bicycle, fling upon one wheel and go down the road. Blind person that ride a horse or a donkey. We are take part in a running. We are take part in a crocus bag race. What am I saying? We can live our life to the fullest.
Yes, but again, Mr. Blake, truly so, but we have to recognize that society label persons who are challenged as handicapped. But then when we look at it, what is a handicap is they who are creating the environment that makes us handicapped. You understand? So they are creating the handicap within the system. It's not us who are handicapped. So if you make the system, whether it be the physical system or otherwise, accessible for persons with disabilities, then you may not see a handicap except if you create that.
True.
Right.
True.
Alright, we will have to leave it right there because we need to connect with a bishop, an apostle, a prophet who is in the island and he believes he has a word and he wants to pray with us before we close. So we go nowhere. We'll be right back as we get connected with Apostle Bishop. As soon as I locate him, I'll give it to him. Oh, interestingly, he has the name of Eugene also. His name is Eugene. This is going to be interesting. Hot.
Alright, stay tuned. Going over, you listen to Yahweh Sound FM. You're inside Hot Tea. We're coming back in a jiffy.
359-76.